Here is Mail reset up with pop accounts. I have my inbox here with the RSS feeds that I happen to have and my Gmail account that I set up. If I had other email accounts, they would be up here, and I can turn to automatic checking on or off so that I can check email in several accounts at one time. I have a copy of the sent messages, and I have a trash can up here. Here I have my RSS news feeds. Now, one of the things that I can do with Mail is to create additional mailboxes that would be on my Mac. And I'll create one called Work. And you'll see now I have an On My Mac section here. This is on my own computer. And I'm going to create another one, New Mailbox, and I'm going to call it Play. I select Work, and I'm going to create another new mailbox inside Work, and I can choose here where it lives. And I'm going to call this one VTC. So that's my mailbox structure. I can move messages around so that they are in folders. And notice that the Work folder can contain, if I select it, messages as well as another folder. I'm going to put this back up in the account and move this one up here. And we'll take a look at this. What I want to do now is to automate this process of sorting out messages. And I can go into Preferences and look at Rules. I have one rule now, which is News from Apple. I'm going to add another rule. And the other rule is going to be, let's say, VTC. If the sender contains VTC.com, move the message into the VTC folder. I can add another condition if any recipient contains VTC.com, and it doesn't have to be contains, it can not contain, it can be an exact address, it could be so-and-so at VTC.com. You have all of those choices. This will also be moved to VTC. There are multiple conditions here. I can say any or all of them, but there's only one action because you can only move a message to one place. And I'm going to add another condition to it, which is the subject is test. And if the subject is test, I'm going to also want to move that into the VTC mailbox. Now I have up here two messages, and watch what happens when I click OK. I'm asked if I want to apply the rules to the messages in the selected mailboxes. Those messages have both been moved down here, and that's because the rule was the recipient, the sender, and does the subject contain, not equal to, in the case that I set up, does it contain test? So this one was moved and this one was moved. And as long as that rule is enabled, is active, those tests will be performed on all incoming mail. The tests can also be performed on outgoing mail. If I go into the sent mailbox and select, normally what you do is to select all of the mail in the mailbox. I just click at the beginning and end of the list. If you select all of the mail, then you can apply the rules to the selected messages, and that will move the sent messages appropriately if you have rules that apply both to sent and received messages. The incoming message rules are applied automatically. So that's a very simple way of organizing your mail, and you can move beyond that and do it with junk mail or spam.